This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a professional Starcraft 2 cast between LiquidSnute, our red Zerg, in the top, and Bbyong, our blue Terran, in the bottom. This is a ZVT on Catallena LE. Now, Zerg vs. Terran is one of my favorite matchups because it relies on excellent micro, excellent macro, and overall map awareness, and this should be an exciting match. LiquidSnute has been around for a long time, several years. I remember watching him in the Wings of Liberty matches, professional matches I was watching back before Heart of the Swarm was released. And Bbyong is one of our better Terran players. He doesn't have many championships as of note, but he did go fairly far in the 2015 Catallena World Championships held just last month. So he is a fairly strong Terran player. We should see some interesting play from him as well. Now, like everybody else, I'm waiting to see if I made it into the beta of the Legacy of the Void expansion for Starcraft 2. That is the Protoss expansion. That is the third and final chapter that comes after Wings of Liberty, which is the Terran expansion, or I guess the Terran base of the game. Heart of the Swarm, which is the Terran expansion, which came out a couple years ago now. I did attend that release in California. I was able to be there when it came out. I got a autographed copy of the collector's edition of the game, and it's one of the highlights of my life. It was an excellent time, and it was just a really good thing to experience. So now I'm just waiting to see if I'm in the Legacy of the Void beta that should come out sometime today. It's about 10 o'clock Eastern time, so I've been keeping close eye on Reddit. I've been watching my Battle.net app. I've been watching my account on Battle.net to see if I've been added to that beta, and so far I haven't, but as far as I can tell, nobody else has either, so I don't feel too bad about that. But keep an eye on this channel. If I do make it into the beta, I'll be doing lots of LOTV casts, just helping people to see what they can see and get them excited for that upcoming game that should be released a little bit later this year. Now, back into the StarCraft 2 action here for Heart of the Swarm. We have a barracks with some Reaper harassment coming out for Bbyong. He is able to, yes, he is rallied directly to the main. The spawning pool is just about finished. We should see a queen here immediately. Yes, queen coming out. The queen should be out in time to deal with this Reaper. It's not a big deal that Snute's going to have to worry about. Other things I've been doing with my time, I am in the Heroes of the Storm beta as well. And I'm not a huge fan of MOBAs. That style of game has never appealed to me quite as much as the RTS genre, which is, again, what StarCraft 2 is. I've been playing some Heroes of the Storm the last couple of days, and I've been having some fun. So I am going to recast some of those replays. I'm not up to date on exactly what all the characters can do, what all the spells are called, what all the map features are, but I figure as I learn, the game's not even out yet. I'm not behind the curve necessarily, so I'll post some more of those, and we will see if those are entertaining to you as well. So if you're subscribed to my channel, thanks for subscribing. Go ahead and like this if you'd like to share what you see with your friends and just help my channel to grow. I am a brand new caster. I'm trying to get as many views as I can, and all the help that I can get will be very useful in the future. So Reaper scouting around, doing a lot of damage, although not necessarily killing anything. He has 0 kills. He is shoot away there with 6 health by these slow Zerglings. Almost get picked off at the top of that ramp. He is forced to run away in shame. I don't think he'll regenerate until after the Zerglings are far behind him. There we go. He's starting to regenerate now. He's able maybe to kill one Zergling. Nope, good micro from Snute means no. The wounded Zerglings are going to the back. Speed is almost up though. Speed is up now. And we might be able to kill the Reaper before he can escape. No. No, he makes it up to the top of that cliff with 1 HP. Gets a little bit greedy, jumps down, and explodes in his own death. So, Speed Zerglings coming on up. Going to do a quick scout up the ramp, see what they can see. There are 2 Marines, now 4 Marines. Mike could have picked those off if he committed with all the Marines, but impossible to know the timings there. I don't really blame Snute for not being able to know what's going on and not predicting that perfectly. So we have some Hellions coming out, obviously. Some harassment in the works there for Bbyong. His command center's coming down, which Snute did see. He came up the ramp and saw the command centers ready to go, so he knows there's an expand coming. This isn't a one base all-in or anything like that. Creep Tumor coming down at the natural here for Snute. That's really good to see. And a Scouting Overlord checking for exactly when that natural goes down. Now that is a good timing to watch for as a Zerg player. If the Terran player is getting that expansion down early, you know you don't have to expect too much harassment. You can maybe drone up a little bit harder than you normally would. As the Hellions come on out to the natural here, we have a lot of Zerglings. We have a Queen. We might throw down... Looks like we're going to try to throw down a 3rd base. Yes, drone moving on over, checking for the 3rd base. Hellion checking for the 3rd base here, and there's not one. Now checking for a 3rd base here, trying to deny it. No, a little bit too late, 2 seconds too late. Snute's able to get that down, but the scouting information is gathered there for Bbyong, so well done by him, checking for the presence of the 3rd. A 2-base Roach Baneling Ling all-in can be very strong for the Zerg player. It'd pretty much crush this natural right now, if that's something that Snute was planning on doing. So the fact that he knows there's a 3rd base and not something to worry about with that attack in the next couple of minutes will put his mind at ease. We have a drop of 6 medevacs coming up. We have 4 Hellions and 2 more Hellions on the way up here to the main. In response for this from Snute, we have some Roaches coming down and Zerglings. So Roach Zergling against Marine Hellion is pretty good. It depends on what you want to do. You're going to go here and try to lock down the 3rd base before the Roaches and Zerglings can respond. Zerglings swooping on in, trying to get a surround on those. No, not able to do so. Roaches leading the way, harassing, pushing away the enemy from this hatchery. He wants this to finish. We are transforming into Hellbats, though, and that makes these Zerglings a little less better. Good pick up there, taking down 2 Hellions. Roaches doing a lot of damage up front to the Hellbats, but the Hellions roasting away the Roaches as well. It is back and forth. Zerglings coming in, trying to get a surround, able to take down 1, 2 Hellbats. Coming around the back, 4 remaining Roaches are not enough quite to clean this up. 2 Queens as well, not enough. Might start seeing some damage go down on the 3rd base now. What is the response from Snute going to be? If we zoom out, we see another Queen being taken down. No, good transfuses there from Snute. Small bits of Zerglings coming down. Yes, able to get a surround on those Marines. Good pickup from Bbyong, taking that final Marine out of there before he dies. And yes, so the front door is wide open for LiquidSnute. I believe a Zergling counterattack you might hear right here might be pretty good, but as soon as I say that, the command center comes in to block this down. We get a surround on the Hellbats by the Zerglings. Is this enough Zerglings to kill them? Yes, does kill one, but doesn't kill the other one. The helping fire from the 2 Hellions in the back were able to take it down as they shot over those supply depots. Another drop coming in with the remainder of those Marines that did get scattered out. 2 Queens, 2 Roaches here to defend against this group. I think this is probably enough to do it. Yes, it's going to force them back. They pick up and head right out there. So nothing huge to worry about there for Snute. He's doing a good job holding off this harassment. He's got a Spore Crawler to prevent against further drops in either of his mineral lines. Good choice there. We'll probably see some Spine Crawlers going down as well to actually do damage and not just take down the medevac as it comes through. Ranged upgrade coming down for the Zerg player, so that can be very useful. Armor upgrade is good as well in this particular situation, and I believe we might be seeing a bit of a mech play. This is a lot of Hellions for the mid game coming from Bbyong. I don't know what exactly he's planning on doing here. I mean, he knows there are Roaches out for Snute, but maybe he is, I don't know, counting on Zerglings to respond to this, but here we go. Some Banshee harassment there at the 3rd. At the same time, we have a drop going down in the main. Medevac does get taken down by the Spore Crawler. Only 2 Marines survive. Banshee doing a lot of harassment, getting sniped down by the Queens. But these Hellbats in here, again, lots of Hellbats. Transfuses are the only thing saving the Queens right now. Eventually, drones had to be pulled off the line to kill those 2 Marines, but fantastic placement of the Spore Crawler. A little bit of a mismicro there by Snute. He was trying to micromanage and multitask and wasn't quite able to keep that medevac alive, which would have been huge for him. We do have Queens pushing down the right side, pushing down Creep Tumors, is running off the creep right now. I wonder if they're chasing down these Hellbats. No, they stopped. They're just kind of hanging out here, ready to go. When the creep reaches them, they can create some Creep Tumors and spread down the right side. More Hellbats coming down. Production tab shows more Banshees. Vehicle plating. So this is more of what I think is going to be... yeah, probably more of a mech play. I know I've talked about mech play a lot on my channel. We haven't actually seen a Zerg versus Terran that's mech yet. But yes, lots of factories going down for Bbyong. This is where he's just going to rely on big units with lots of splash damage and area of attack to take down everything that Snute can throw at him. It can be very effective unless the Zerg player is able to go Swarm Host, which we might eventually see here. Cloak Banshees pushing this back, sniping down a Queen. Yes, no. 1 hit point on that Queen. Second, and finally does get taken down. Spore Crawler coming up to support this. They might try to snipe down the 4th base. The Banshees do have a lot of DPS, but it is not quite enough, I don't know, to kill this hatchery before it finishes building. It is a good question. It's going to be close. I don't know. The Queens are going to come up here, try to see if they can snipe down these Banshees before it gets killed. The hatchery's down to 200 hit points. Good micro there from Bbyong coming around the backside, knowing these Queens are so slow. We don't even have any detection. Forces the cancel on the 4th base. So big deal by Bbyong. Again, mech is about having a big army, but at the same time, you also don't want to let the Zerg just do whatever he wants. So excellent micro around the map. As we have a Roach attack here at the front, we have 2 Thors, a Banshee, and a bunch of Hellbats, which is not something this number of Roaches wants to handle. A reinforcing group of Roaches does come in. They do have +1/+1 upgrades. That armor upgrade is especially good against tanks, which I don't see here. 1 armor upgrade on ground units for Zerg allow them to survive a single tank hit before they die. So if they don't have that upgrade, just a regular tank hit, splash hit will kill them instantly. And 1 armor will allow them to survive and live to fight another day. So it's a good upgrade to get. I don't see many tanks going down, but LiquidSnute recognizes that the mech attack is coming. He's taking a 4th base. He's taking a 5th base now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a 6th base and just really get as many drones as he humanly can at this point. It is 68 to 66 harvesters right now for the Zerg player. A group of Banshees coming up along the left side. This creep should be useful in scouting out this kind of thing. We'll see if they get close enough to the creep to be spotted. And yes, they do. They get spotted. The Queen pays for it with her life, but the good scouting information is there nonetheless. Transfuse is going down. We do have an Overseer now, though, so these Banshees are going to have to get out of here. The Queen's hit hard, taking down 1 Banshee, 2 Banshees. A little bit of a misclick there by Bbyong. Not sticking around a little bit too soon, although we do see a push coming up the right side now with a lot of Hellbats with +2 attack upgrades. Thor's coming up, SCVs supporting as well. Banelings might be good here. We evacuate the drones out from this base, recognizing what's going on. Roaches move on in while the army is away. We do see maybe a bit of a base race here. You don't want to base race a Terran. It's a good choke point here with these Thors holding the line. The Roaches can't quite get up and do all the damage that they want. Do take down 1 Thor, trying to take down another Thor. The damage is being done to the 3rd base here, though. We do have Hellbats and a Banshee sniping that down. A huge attack here at the 3rd with these Roaches. These Roaches are finally forced to move back down. They're going to head home and try to defend. Thor's moving around. How many kills do these guys have? 2 kills, 1 kill, 3 kills. Not a huge amount of kills. Queen's trying to come in and take down these Thors. I'm not sure that's the greatest choice, but this 3rd base did eventually go down. We have a huge force of Hellbats coming up into the natural of Snute. This does not look good for our Zerg player. Banshee coming up to reinforce as well. He did a lot of damage, but not enough to really hurt the economy of Bbyong. His natural is still mining. Meanwhile, it is 2 base for LiquidSnute, but this base is oversaturated. We have a huge army here at the choke point. Roach is coming in, trying to snipe down Thors as fast as they can. Repairing is going down by these SCVs as fast as they can. I don't know, is it enough? Yes, it looks like this is going to be enough Roaches to take down these Thors, clean this attack up, but what damage was done in the long run? It is 49 harvesters to 28 for the Zerg player, so he is alive. He is losing losing harvesters here, though, at his 4th base. How many are we at now? 47 to 28, so still has a lead. Like I said, he is taking his 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess officially his 5th base, but 6th base overall if you count. Roach is coming down, trying to snipe down this 3rd base again. He knows if he can keep the Terran player to 2 bases, he has a much better chance of winning this game, but the Thors respond. They have +2 upgrades, yes, like they did before, and it's enough to chase those away. So this base is up. I'm not sure if Bbyong knows about that base or not. Let's go ahead and do a quick check here. No, he doesn't know that base exists. He doesn't know about this base up here either. So good sneaking by LiquidSnute. He recognizes that, alright, this army is immobile. It can't really get out and kill all the bases it wants to. I'm going to take as many bases as I can, get as many drones as I can. And yes, he might come through and wreck me, but I can remax pretty quickly. I'll sit here on a large bank of money that'll allow me to use my larvae efficiently and get up an army to respond, and I should be able to win this game. So we do have creep tumors again, spreading out to the left, doing more scouting. These Hellions are probably going to scout out this 6th base up here if they want to. And yeah, they swing down here, down the ramp, and they say, alright, so there is a base. There are no drones there for them to chew up, unfortunately. We are pooping creep here over at this pace, preventing the Terran from taking a 4th very easily or without the Zerg player knowing. Bbyong is just scouting around with Hellions, and in the meanwhile, production tab just shows we do have swarm hosts coming down. LiquidSnute says, alright, Roaches aren't going to do this for us. We need swarm hosts. We're moving up. We have +2 Carapace upgrades. Overseer coming down, and yes, the Locusts are popping out. The Hellions say, nope, we're not going to stick around to fight that. Who can we kill up here at this base? And the answer is not much. The Hellions, no, the Hellions aren't stuck. Unless they get trapped here by these blue flame Hellions. Unless they get trapped by those Roaches. No, they don't. They are too fast for everything that's on the board here now for LiquidSnute. I don't see any Zerglings that are able to chase them down. The blue flame upgrade is very good anyway. You'll notice that it is able to basically 3-shot this Queen. Nope. It would have been a 4-shot on the queen. The Locust moving on in. We have some changelings here doing some scouting around as well. Banelings just hanging out. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just one of you. Don't get suspicious or try to shoot me in the head. And so far, Bbyong has allowed them to live, so he probably knows what they are, but he can't be bothered to kill them right now. Push up the left side with this mech army, with these Banshees and these Thors and these Hellions and these Hellbats. Locusts, yeah, getting some free kills on those Hellbats, killing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hellbats, cloaking down on these Banshees, moving on in. Now going to go ahead and try to snipe down these swarm hosts, I'm assuming. No, taking down the queens. Another swarm comes right on out, though. These Thors I don't think are long for the world. 1 Thor goes down, 2 Thors go down. Can we get 3 before they expire? Yes, 3 4s and 4 4s, and Bbyong calls the GG. So, in the end, he recognized these swarm hosts are the perfect response to my mech attack. I wasn't able to do the damage in the economy that I needed to at 65 to 36 harvesters. That roach attack took out a lot of my SCVs earlier, and he does call the GG. So, Snute takes this game. I hope you enjoyed what you saw between 2 professional StarCraft players today in your daily Blizzard upload. Hit subscribe, hit like, tell your friends about Falcon Paladin, and until next time, you take care of yourself.